All right. Action from California at the Indian Wells. Second round matches played. All the top seeds doing the job. Roger Federer, Joe Vertonga currently on the courts right now playing. You saw David Ferrer. You know all of the top guys. Novak Djokovic doing the job. All right, guys. Let's go to the UEFA Champions League and spend the few minutes we have left to talk about the UEFA Champions League. And of course, if you're an Arsenal fan, it's not looking good right now. Okay, let me quickly run you through. This guy is so eager to let me know what they feel about the Arsenal game.
He said it's not looking good. It's not a matter of that it's not looking good. It's not good.
It's not good. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. I'll stick with it's not looking good.
Okay, but
Barcelona currently leading at halftime. It's 1-0 to them against Bate Borisov. AS Roma. Remember that game produced 8 goals in the last time both teams played. But Roma currently leading by 2 goals against Bayer Leverkusen. Bayern Munich. Well, we'll have to say a lot about this game later on. 3-0. 3-0 up.
Lewandowski, Thomas Muller, David Alaba with the goals.
Okay. Well, some Arsenal fans would think this is a good result. Olympiacos currently losing at home to Dinamo. If it stays this way, it's good for them. So both teams will be on 6 points if it stays this way, but there's still 45 minutes left to play. Well, things seem to be going well for Chelsea. As we speak, they are 1-0 up over Dynamo Kiev. Maccabi Tel Aviv currently losing at home. They are down by a goal to FC Porto. Ghent playing... it's still goalless now against Valencia, and of course Olympique Lyon trailing Zenit St. Petersburg at home in that game. Day 4, UEFA Champions League group phase. Let me allow Oye say something if he's not going to say something about Arsenal, but you're free to say anything anyway. but let me allow you to react to the results, the ones that you feel things can still change, because in your opinion, the Arsenal game, it looks like there's no way back.
Well, no, at the Allianz Arena, obviously, Pep Guardiola wants to react positively.
Yeah.
After Arsenal gave that
their 100%
yes, at the Emirates, 2-0 against they played so well, but Arsenal, had their tactics cut out for them, and they stuck to it. Two good goals, and they ended it there. But I knew that it would be a hell of a time for them
especially with the injuries.
Yes, he's
talking about the depleted side. He's talking about the depleted side for Arsenal in the second leg. Tell him those who were not there for Bayern in the first leg.
Ian Robben was not there.
Ribéry
was not there.
I mean, almost everybody wasn't there in the first leg.
So but these guys are key.
So they were decimated in the first leg when you hammered them 2. Now you guys are decimated and they're hammering you 3.
Okay. These guys will always go for an excuse when you lose.
Okay, let's move on.
All right,
for Chelsea, against Liverpool, they scored early, and at the end of the day, they were hammered 3-1. So I think Chelsea fans will not even be at ease until the final whistle is blown. So it's not yet to hurl. Which other game is
Olympiacos, Barcelona and Bate Borisov.
1-0. Barcelona without Messi are struggling to score goals. But I'm sure they will probably put in 1 more or 2 more.
Yeah.
Second half is about starting now.
Yeah.
Across the centres. I'm optimistic Barcelona can tie this one up. Yeah. But it looks like they've been struggling a little bit with goal scoring in the absence of
Lionel
Messi. All right. So as we said, Dynamo Zagreb, Arsenal fans will be praying for Dynamo Zagreb to be able to finish this
hold on
to Olympiacos so that they can slow these two teams down.
I see Olympiacos coming back and winning that game.
And maybe anything can happen.
We want it there, we have Nigerian interest. We
have Nigerian interest.
But they draw
with Arsenal, so Nigerians are everywhere.
No, but
let's go to
has played more for us than it will be.
Let's look at some permutations now. Since you wanted to talk about the Arsenal game, if Arsenal loses, if they lose this game, what are the things that could happen elsewhere that could probably play into their hands?
Well, if they lose this game and Olympiacos wins, then
the trouble for them.
You are 1 leg into Europa.
I don't think I want to bother my head doing permutation for Arsenal or for any club.
Okay, they are used to doing permutations.
Why should I do permutations for Arsenal? Go and get your game, win your game, and qualify. But on a more serious note, it's going to be some kind of anticlimax for Arsenal if they are not going to be qualifying for the next stage.
After 18 successive campaigns to the other Champions League.
If they don't make it, and I think, never say never.
I think where they got it wrong was their first 2 games.
Yes,
first 2 games. First 2 games against Olympiacos, against Dynamo Zagreb.
But I think we give them credit for the way they bounced back against Bayern.
Yeah,
at least because the permutation at that time was that those two games against Bayern,
they wouldn't get anything.
They wouldn't get anything, but they were able to get 3 points at least.
You know when you play,
then this one is still on. Well, there's a change now because Bayer Leverkusen has scored 1.
Yep.
So it's AS Roma 2, Bayer Leverkusen 1. These two guys produced 8 goals in the first game. So let's not rule anything out. Anything can still happen in this.
But I'm thinking a draw in the Dinamo Zagreb Olympiacos game will still put the two teams within touching distance of Arsenal if it's a draw, and if Dinamo wins, all the better.
Yeah, if Dinamo wins, all the better because
so those two teams will be on 6.
Yeah, Olympiacos got some good points in their first 2 games. You know, so if Dinamo wins, then that gives Arsenal a glimmer of hope. You know, of going through to
and because those two teams are still going to play against Bayern.
Yes. They're going to play Bayern. And the way Bayern, the way they are hammering every team, you know, Arsenal, they dented their unbeaten run, and they have since recovered from that, and they have continued their winning streak. So I know you'll be praying that the game ends in a draw.
Ghent have scored a penalty goal in the 48th minute. Against Valencia, so that's good news. Moses Simon is a key member of this team. The goal was scored by Coombs in the 48th minute, so Genk are leading by a goal to 0 at home to Valencia. So that's some encouragement for us as Nigerians have interest. Moses Simon.
Moses Simon.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So a lot can still happen, guys. Yeah. A lot can still happen. We've seen Arsenal throw up 3-goal lead in less than 10 minutes against Anderlecht in the UEFA Champions League. Who says they can't come back?
In the English Premier League against Newcastle,
anything 4-goal lead, anything can happen. But against this Bayern side, who are so hungry and want to make amends for the blip in their 100% record. Immediately they lost to Arsenal, they came home to the German Bundesliga and couldn't win against Eintracht Frankfurt. That's why creating all the chances. And this is a good way for Pep Guardiola to bounce back.
Okay. All right. Interesting things happening. We're going to read one of your tweets, but let me quickly allow Onyemuchi to say something about Chelsea. Seems the house is crumbling down. Now you have a player, an unnamed player, but fingers pointing towards Cesc Fabregas, saying I would rather lose than score for Jose. I mean, has he really lost it? I don't know.
Is the bridge crumbling or has it crumbled? That's the question. I watched Jose Mourinho's last interview, and for the first time, he was subdued. I really felt for him. I think he has totally lost the dressing room. And if stories like that from BBC, a very credible media in the UK, comes out, they are trying to dismiss that report. John Terry has said that it's not true. Jose Mourinho, but I want to believe that.
There's no smoke without fire.
There's no smoke without fire. Especially when on the first day of the season, the doctor went to treat Eden Hazard, who was the best player for Chelsea last season. Okay. And you know how it feels. We are human beings. The doctor came there to treat you, and she's been vilified. And on account of that, she was sent out of the team. So players naturally will feel hard done. And for me, I think Jose Mourinho was too, he pressed the panic button too quickly. Okay. And it has affected his team. I don't know how he's going to do it, but he has to navigate his way out of this crisis and has to do that on time.
In 10 seconds, do you feel he's still the man for the job?
Well, it depends on how he's able to, win over the players.
Okay, all right. Okay, Toy, can you quickly reel out the results for us?
Okay.
Any changes?
Yeah. Well, AS Roma 2-1 over Bayer Leverkusen, Barcelona 1-0 over Bate Borisov, Bayern 3-0 over Arsenal, Chelsea still 1-0 over Dynamo Kiev, Genk 1-0 over Valencia, Olympic Lyon are losing at home 0-1 to Zenit St. Petersburg, Maccabi Tel Aviv are losing at home 0-1 to FC Porto, Olympiacos Piraeus are losing 0-1 at home to Dynamo Zagreb. So those are the results. Well, FC Porto now 2-0 away at Maccabi Tel Aviv. All right, so that's how it stays. But as we said in the game,
Nosai
Gebo, not a good one for them.
Okay.
And I'm sure Chelsea will be monitoring that game as well because FC Porto look like they could be tying up the group if they can go on to pick all these points away from home.
All right, that's been the show for tonight. We do hope that you've enjoyed what we've been able to bring to you. I want to say a big thank you for staying tuned to us on a night like this. We really appreciate it. So we'll do this again tomorrow. I'm Yemi Adebara. Bye-bye now.